It's not the strategy that's going to yield the results, it's the energy.
Mm.
So we've got to tap in, we've got to visualize, we've got to connect in, we've got to command with the universal system and claim the life we want and hold that vibrational alignment to then be able to go into this space. So we're fighting when we don't do our practices against that version of us that wants to keep us small and minimized and in chaos and in doing, because then we're participating in the earth experience that they want us in. So when this happens in our field, it's about where in your day now can you recalibrate back in? Can you take the 15 minutes in between the calls to close your eyes and breathe? Instead of send out the email, you go back into being, so then you can shift the energy for the rest of the day, right? So you take the practices, and maybe it's not your half an hour meditation in the morning, but it's something else. You breathe into your body, you get really present, you shed the layer of what that is, and you just let it go and release, and you come back into self in these small moments of time. For some of my clients, I have some clients that are very much rooted in doing. It's like I have them in 5 minutes infrastructures through their day, reconnecting back into being, because it's like, I don't want to fight your doing part of you. I want you to be able to pull back into the being part, because that's the actual expander in the
Mm.
spiritual world. So yeah, that's kind of where I felt called to share.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing this.
I have a really powerful story in connection with this and my ex-boyfriend. And it was March 2023 that I was sitting at his place, and he was going off on me about these photos, because like I've ever since I moved to Costa Rica, I've really owned my divine feminine. And I went into a waterfall in a white dress, and my photographer took these photos, and you can see my nipples through the dress. And it's not about sexuality, it's about ownership of an energy. And he's like, this isn't who you are, and you're a phony, and da da da, and all these things. And I'm sitting here. And normally I would be really reactive, and because I had such respect for him and we always had this great relationship and all stuff. And I sat there and I just kept asking, is this my truth? And it was like, no. Okay. I was like, so I just kept going, what else do you have to say? Give it all to, why don't you say it all? What else? And then I said, are you done? And he was like, I'm done. And I was like, okay, great. Let me talk now. And then I went off into the space of like going, look, you're looking at me through a version of me that you used to know that actually wasn't even true. I was pretending to be something that I thought you wanted me to be, and wearing this mask. Where you see me today is the actual version of who I actually am, in ownership of my power. And if you can't handle this, unfollow me on Facebook. And if you can't handle this, then maybe this relationship isn't supposed to be. And it dissipated after that. And literally, we haven't spoken in a year and a half now. And he can't be in my energy, nor do I choose to drop into play over there. I can't. My mission's too big. And does it suck that because I've known him for 14 years and he was my rock solid guy in my life for so long, and like we had this amazing thing, like he was the guy I could always talk to.